They smile, they nod, they say all the right things. But in just 7 seconds, you'll know if they're manipulating you. If you pass this test, they may not be able to control you. But if you fail, they have you dead to rights. This isn't a vibe check. It's psychological warfare. In this video, we're breaking down how manipulators work, the 7-second test you can spot them with, real-life examples of the trick and what to do about it, based on trending dark psychology tactics, real behavioral science, and social experiments. This video exposes the micro-signals manipulators use to dominate you in relationships, workplaces, and even your own family. We'll break down the 7-second test, show you real-life scenarios, and give you instant counter-strategies to protect your peace. Gen Z and millennials are waking up to emotional predators, and this video is your survival guide. And stick around because we're going to reveal exactly what to say back to manipulate them into submission. Plus, we'll include a free downloadable checklist so you never miss a red flag again. Comment your test results below. What does it mean to be a manipulator? Behaviorally, it means to influence or control another person through indirect, deceptive, or underhanded means. They may use flattery, intimidation, guilt, or any number of tactics to get you to comply with their wishes without directly asking. Narcissists are notorious for this. I just posted a video about narcissistic parents. It got 2 million views, so we know there's a lot of interest in this. Check it out after this one. But beyond tactics, manipulators operate from a dark psychology rooted in contempt and disregard for others. They don't want connection. They want control. And they're good at making you think it was your idea. But how do you spot a manipulator before they wrap you in their web? Enter the 7-second test. In less than 7 seconds, they'll expose 3 telltale signs. They're trying to bend you to their will. Within 7 seconds of meeting someone or starting a conversation, you'll see a distinct change in their behavior. Because whether they realize it or not, they're being evaluated. And they know it too. They know that first impressions matter. They know they need to put their best foot forward to avoid detection. So they'll force a smile. They'll straighten their posture. They'll offer a firm handshake. But these are only surface-level tricks. Deeper signals reveal their true intentions. Number 1 is eye contact. Specifically, the direction and duration of their gaze. Do they look you in the eyes when they talk to you? Or do they look away or down? Do they hold your gaze a beat longer than feels comfortable? Or just enough to make you feel connected, then look away quickly? These are signs they're gauging your response. Why? Because in those few seconds, they're searching for weakness. They're looking for vulnerabilities they can exploit. They're assessing how much they can get away with. So if they meet your eyes and hold your gaze, they might be confident, charismatic, or maybe even a little intimidating. But if they look away or down quickly, they might be insecure, shy, or maybe trying to hide something. In just a few seconds, you can get a sense of who they really are, what they're really thinking, and how they really feel. But this is only the beginning. There are 2 more secrets hidden in plain sight: blinking and smiling. You've probably heard that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Well, the 7-second test takes it a step further. It looks deeper, harder, faster to catch a glimpse of what lies beneath. So here's what to look for. As they speak, count how often they blink. Do they blink more than usual? Are their blinks unusually long or forced? Are their eyelids drooping or heavy? More blinking could mean they're feeling nervous, insecure, or uncomfortable with the conversation, especially if it's accompanied by longer pauses, fidgeting, or changes in their breathing. On the other hand, blinking less could mean they're concentrating hard, trying to keep up a facade, or worse, calculating how to manipulate you. Next, watch for micro smirks. You heard me right. Micro smirks, it's a tiny upward curve of the lips that appears when they think no one is looking. A micro smirk is like a secret code between the manipulator and their target. It's a way of knowing that they're in control, that they've gained the upper hand. And according to research, you can spot them in as little as 7 seconds. But why? Because it's not conscious. They don't realize they're doing it. It's an involuntary facial expression that appears when they feel superior, smug, or self-satisfied. For example, when they've just said something that puts you down, makes you feel guilty, or forces you to comply. And if you catch them smirking at that moment, it's a sign that they know exactly what they're doing. So if they smirk just a little bit too widely or too often, then that could be a red flag that they're manipulating you. And now comes the most telling sign of all, finger tapping. Look closely at their hands. Are they tapping their fingers on the table or desk? Do they drum their fingers on their legs or play with their hair? Now here's what to pay attention to. If they tap their fingers once or twice, that could be a sign of impatience, distraction, or boredom. But if they tap rapidly or excessively, that's a clear indication of tension, anxiety, or discomfort. Why? Because it's a form of self-soothing behavior. They're trying to calm themselves down or regain control of the situation. According to research, rapid finger tapping is a stress response often used unconsciously to regulate negative emotions. So if they seem agitated, try changing the subject or taking a break. They might just need some time to cool off. Okay, let's bring it all together. The 7-second test goes like this. First, observe their eye contact. Do they look you in the eyes or look away? Next, notice their blinking. Do they blink more or less than normal? Are their eyelids heavy or drooping? Finally, listen to their tapping. Once or twice could be fine, but excessive tapping reveals tension. Combine these clues and you'll know if they're keeping it real or playing a part. Now let's dive into some real-life scenarios where the 7-second test has been put to the test. And remember, it's not just about spotting manipulators, it's about understanding their tactics and flipping the script. First, dating. You meet someone at a party. They're charming, funny, and attractive. You exchange numbers and start texting. But then something strange happens. They ghost you for days. You reach out and they come back strong with apologies and promises. They shower you with compliments and gifts and suddenly you're head over heels. But then the cycle repeats. They pull away and you're left confused and hurt. This roller coaster of emotions is exactly what manipulators thrive on. They want you to feel dependent and needy, so you chase after them. But the 7-second test can help you spot the red flags early on. Pay attention to their body language when they apologize. Are their eyes downcast or avoiding yours? Do they look away while promising to change? Are their lips trembling but their eyes dry? This could be a sign of crocodile tears and insincere remorse. Next, workplace. You're working on a group project with a colleague. The deadline is looming and the pressure is on. Your team member seems enthusiastic at first, offering ideas and helping with research. But then the behavior shifts. They start delegating tasks to you, emphasizing the importance of the project and reminding you of past mistakes. When you ask for help, they claim to be busy or unavailable. The tone is always apologetic, yet passive-aggressive. Again, the 7-second test can shed light on their true intentions. Notice how often they look down or away when asking favors. Do their eyebrows furrow or lips quiver while expressing concern? Do their fingers tap rapidly on the table as they speak? These nonverbal cues may indicate they're feeling threatened or anxious about the project's outcome. Remember, manipulators often use guilt and obligation to get what they want. Finally, family. You're visiting your family home. Your parents or siblings greet you with hugs and kisses. They inquire about your life and offer support, but their tone is laced with subtle jabs. They bring up old arguments and resentments, sometimes even pitting family members against each other. As the visit continues, you notice a shift in their behavior. They become critical of your choices and question your motives. The 7-second test can help you decipher their underlying emotions. Observe their facial expressions when they offer advice or make suggestions. Do their eyes narrow or lips purse when you disagree? Do they sigh heavily or roll their eyes while nodding? Such cues might suggest they're testing your boundaries and probing for reactions. Comment which test caught you off guard. And remember, you're not crazy. You're being tested. And next, I'm going to reveal why manipulators are psychologically addicted to control. It's 3 signs in 30 seconds. See you next time.